Kelly Nelson here with Live Pilates. I missed you guys on Wednesday, but I'm happy to be feeling much better and happy to be back with you guys. I hope you are ready for some abdominal work. All you need today is just a little bit of space on the floor and some comfy clothes. Awesome. So come on down to the mat. We're going to start on our back with a little bit of neck and chest and shoulder stretching and opening, a little bit of thoracic rotation and loosening up, and then we're going to get a really good deep ab burn today. We'll get all in those obliques, upper and lower. So come on down onto the floor, onto your mat space. We're going to start sitting and roll slowly down onto our back. So we're going to start right at the front of our mat. Scooch on forward so you have plenty of mat behind you. And we're just going to start with our feet and knees all the way together. And then we're going to separate the feet into a little V shape, let the knees fall outwards, and then we're just going to hop those heels up and outwards so that they are right beside our, right out behind our toes. So we have a nice hips width between our knees and our feet. So the outside edges of our feet should align with the outsides of our knees and our hips. We have a nice parallel lines here. And then we're just going to grab the backs of our thighs and give those a little tug to lengthen the spine, feeling the sit bones lengthen down into the floor and the crown of the head lengthening up towards the ceiling. Taking a deep breath here. And as we exhale, start to tuck the tail under and scoop the belly button towards the spine and start to feel that lower spine round. And we're just going to start rolling back. Now let your toes lift up and we're going to start to roll the rest of the way down. And once your hands can't reach your thighs, we're just going to let go and continue to roll the rest of the way down. Just articulating the upper spine into that mat. Let the arms come along with you, coming up by those ears. And then from here, we're just going to scoot the feet to flatten those footprints onto the mat, keeping that same width with those feet and knees. Inhale, we're going to shrug our shoulders up towards our ears. Take a nice deep breath through the nose. And exhale and shrug the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, shrugging shoulders up towards the ears. And exhaling down. And one more time, inhale, shrugging the shoulders just up towards your ears. Feeling the stretch in the lats, the side body. And as we exhale and lower the shoulders down away from the ears, we'll float our arms up and all the way over. And we're going to have our arms with palms facing upwards. And we're going to allow our arms to come out to the sides a little bit. Now turn your head towards the left shoulder. We already notice a little bit of a stretch coming into the right side of our neck. And we're going to reach our right arm nice and long, almost as if someone's pulling on our right arm. And we're going to rotate that right arm so the palm faces downwards. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, letting that breath out. Keep reaching your shoulder and your hand and your arm away from your ear. And then we're going to rotate that palm and shoulder upward facing. Take another deep breath in. And let it out. And we're just going to gently move the head all the way towards the other side. And now we're focusing on our left neck area and our arm. We're reaching that arm away to create a stretch through the neck. Taking a deep breath in. And as we exhale, rotating that palm facing the floor, I want you to keep looking away from your left arm. I'm going to talk towards the camera. Take a deep breath in. Keep stretching your shoulder away from your ear. You're looking away from your left arm. Let that breath out. Exhale. As we inhale, rotating your arm, palm facing upwards. And exhale, just relax. And inhale, bringing that head back up, facing towards the ceiling there. And so now we have both palms facing up towards the ceiling, and our fingers are stretching and spreading really nice and wide. And now we're feeling our shoulder blades sinking down into the mat a little bit, and we're just going to float our arms up so that palms are facing towards each other. We're going to walk our shoulders and shoulder blades down away from our ears a little bit, and then we're going to let the right arm float up and the left arm float down. And as the arm is floating up, the shoulder joint is sinking down, and then we're going to switch. So I don't want that lifting arm to go too high, and alternating here nice and slow. So focus on the arm that's floating up towards that ear. The shoulder joint should be anchoring down. We want to feel a little support and tension from that lat, that underarm muscle. Your fingertips are like the leaves of a tree, and your shoulder joint is like the roots anchoring that nice, strong branch. And we're just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose and the mouth, the throat. Trying to relax the face muscles and the jaw. So we're keeping the shoulders sinking down away from those ears. Just letting the back of the head rest into the mat. We'll do that 2 more times, switching those arms. And then bring those palms back, facing each other, back up towards the ceiling. And then we'll let those arms fall out to the sides. Feel your shoulder blades hugging inward a little bit, and your arms stretching outwards. Spread those fingertips really, really wide, and really reach those fingertips really, really long. So feeling opposition. Your shoulder joints, your shoulder blades hugging inwards, and your arms and your fingertips reaching outwards. And we're just going to hold that energy, that really nice stretch through the arms. Now, take a deep breath in through the rib cage and just let those ribs really stretch open. Try to feel the sides of your ribs stretch open as well as the back of the ribs and the front of the ribs, and then just melt away as you exhale. Big deep breath in, fill those ribs with air. And exhale. Keep stretching those palms wide. Anchoring the shoulders into the center line of the body. Let's do 3 more deep breaths there. And 2. If you feel tingling in your hands or your fingers, wiggle your fingers a little bit and then stretch them out again. It's a big, big, long stretch. 1 more time here. And then just slowly slide those arms, keeping the palms facing up, and we'll just bring them a little bit closer down towards our sides. Let's do a little bit of pelvic rocking here. So we're going to inhale and tilt pelvis forwards, creating that little arch in the low back. And as we exhale, deepen the belly, tightening those abs and flattening the sacrum. Feel your glutes squeezing just a little bit. And then inhale, tilting forwards again. And exhale, scooping and tilting back. And we don't want the shoulders to lift off the floor. We want them to stay anchored back. We want the chest to stay nice and open. The breath to stretch those ribs out. And the belly and the pelvic muscles to help rock those hips back and forth. So we're now feeling the muscles in the lower torso, the lower back, and the lower abs start to wake up. We're doing our pelvic tilts. Inhale and exhale. Keep working here. Just that very subtle tilting forwards and then flattening the lower back. Tilting, inhale, and then flattening, abs feeling tight here. Continue here for 4, 3 more, and 2, and 1 more time. And then we're going to make our pelvic tilt smaller and smaller, going a little bit less towards those end ranges until we come to our neutral pelvis, which means that those bony landmarks of our hip bones and our pubic bone are making a nice even flat plane with the floor. From here, we're going to take our hands, we're going to bring our fingertips just to those occipital bones so you can feel those little bony landmarks at the base of the skull, and we're just going to rest our fingertips there because interlacing the fingers kind of gets a little bit hard for our tight chests. So let's try just resting the fingertips on the base of the skull. And then from here, we're going to let the elbows just stretch out nice and wide. Keep your chin up. Keep your gaze at the ceiling. Now don't forget about your neutral pelvis. We're going to take our deep breath in and exhale, just lift your head and chest up. Just an inch or 2. Keep your head in contact with your fingertips. You're feeling your upper abs start to work. Inhale, hold your lift, and then exhale, lower down. Now, as you initiate this next chest lift, I want those upper abs doing the work, not your head and your neck. Exhale to lift. So feel your chest bone sinking down, your head and chest lifting. Now, as you take your inhale here, have you changed your pelvic position? We want that neutral still. We don't want to flatten and squish the sacrum into the floor. So tilt forwards a little bit with the pelvis. Exhale, lowering back down. Take a deep breath in. Slowly lift so that you have time to check in on the pelvis as you lift the head and chest. The gaze is high, the chin is not tucking towards the chest. Exhaling to lower down. If you prefer to have more support for your head and neck, go ahead and bring your fingertips a little more under your head and your neck. But just don't yank on your neck. You're using your upper abs. You're getting all of your breath out, making space for that contraction of those upper abs. Inhaling to hold your lift and exhaling to lower down. Now we're going to build on this one. If this feels challenging enough for you, go ahead and continue lifting and lowering. Exhale to lift. Inhale, pause. If you'd like to add more, we're just going to lift a little higher as you exhale again. Inhale. Exhale, lifting a little higher. Inhale. Exhale, lifting a little higher. Inhale. And exhale, lowering down. We're going to do little sets of 3 pulses here. Inhale. Exhale to lift. Inhale, exhale a little higher. This is 1. Inhale, exhale a little higher. That's 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, and exhale, lowering down. We're going to do 5 sets total, so we have 3 more sets here. Big breath in. Try to relax the face muscles. You're working those abs, lifting. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. Those shoulders are down. Exhale, lower the head and chest all the way down. Take your really big deep breath in. We have 2 more rounds. Move slow. Exhale to lift. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Have you flattened your sacrum? Inhale, exhale, 3. Keep that neutral. Inhale, exhale, lowering down. And we have one more set here. Big breath in. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. And one more higher. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, and exhale to lower down. Beautiful work. Take a quick full body stretch. Legs reaching out long, arms reaching up by your ears. A few really nice deep breaths. And we're going to make our way over onto our side. Now you want to tuck your knees up in front of you. Rest your head onto your bottom arm. And we're going to do a little thoracic twist. So if your shoulders are an issue at all, you can just rest your arm across your stomach. The goal here is to get some rotation from our upper spine. So we're going to rotate the shoulder, the head of that upper spine, looking up towards the ceiling, but not letting the hips and the knees move. And then coming back over onto our side. If your shoulder's healthy, if you want a little bit more leverage, you can reach your arm straight out in front of you and kind of use that arm. But make sure you're not just moving your arm. You want your whole chest to open up towards the ceiling. Your shoulder will open up towards the floor next to you. And we're just going to move back and forth a few times here. Again, if you see your top knee sliding past your bottom knee, that means you're twisting too low on your spine. So we want those knees and hips to stay stacked. It's okay if you're not getting much range of motion. We tend to be very tight and locked up here. That's why we're doing this. To get a little stretch, we're easing into this. As you rotate, think about lengthening up through the crown of your head. Let's do this twice more in that direction, and then we'll switch and rotate from the other side. You might hear or feel some spinal adjustments here. That's okay, but just try not to force anything. Again, we're trying to feel that rotation up on the mid-back, not in the lower spine. All right, go ahead and turn to the other side. Stacking your knees. You can see you want your knees right in line with your hips. Your hips are stacked. You can rest your hand across your belly, or you can reach directly out in front. And you're going to get that rotation, easing into that movement, moving your head and your neck right along with that upper spine. It's all part of that spine. For the breathing on this one, I like to exhale into that twist, kind of breathing the air out and inhaling over. This is a little bit more of a pec stretch at the same time as well if you keep that arm straight. Let's go for 4. And 3. Last 2 here, lengthening up through the crown as we rotate. And go for one more rotation there. And then we're going to come back over onto our back. So we're going to have our feet flat on the floor again with those knees bent. And we're going to take that hips width separation of the feet and the knees again. We're going to work into lower abdominals next. So finding our neutral pelvis, just taking a couple quick rocks into that pelvic area, finding that neutral position. Resting arms down by our sides. And let's get that palms up position again. So we can feel the chest opening, we can feel the back of the shoulders melting into our mat or into the floor. And then from here, let's float our left leg up to tabletop. So that's 90-degree bend in the knee stacked right over the hip. And then some energy in the foot and the ankle, flaring those toes nice and wide, flexing the ankle, reaching the ball of the foot forward. And we're going to just do some leg changes here. So keeping the 90-degree bend of the knee as we lower the heel towards the floor. Start with a smaller range of motion at first, focusing on keeping that pelvis nice and steady. And if you can maintain a steady neutral pelvic position without rocking side to side or without rocking back and forth, then you can start to make a little bit bigger movements. You might tap your heel into the floor. Let's go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now we'll switch. Right leg to tabletop. Flexing that ankle, adding some energy into the lower leg and the foot, flaring those toes. And again, making sure to check neutral pelvis, the balance from right to left, that we're not shifting into one side or the other. And then we'll lower and lift, maybe a shorter range of motion at first, checking in with that neutral pelvic position, inhaling to lower, exhaling to lift. And then maybe growing that range of motion a little bit and a little bit more. And let's go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 more. Now let's switch from side to side. We'll place the right foot down. Again, trying not to do any shifting the pelvis, lifting the left. Placing that left foot back down, lifting the right. This will perform slowly and trying not to feel a lateral shift on this one. That is the trick here with the leg changes. Anchoring the tailbone down, maintaining a little bit of space, a little bit of natural curve at the sacrum area. And just alternating legs there. Now you can continue alternating from that low position where the feet are flat through the switch. If you'd like a little more challenge and your low back's healthy, you can bring both legs up and you can tap to switch. Tap and switch. Make sure you're breathing. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the throat and the nose. If your lower back's getting angry at you in this position with both legs lifted, you can try flattening your low back in this position. We'll be here for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 more for each side. And then we'll float the right foot down and the left foot down. Bringing both of those hands behind the head. Again, choosing a little bit wider or a little bit closer with those fingertips. Neutral pelvis. And we're going to add our twist with that upper body. So taking a deep breath in. Exhale, lifting the head and chest up to the center. Now we're going to lift our left leg up to tabletop. Deep breath in. Lifting and rotating towards that left side. But don't let your right hip lift off the floor. Anchor that right hip back down. We're rotating only through the upper body. Now reach across, grab onto your left leg. We're going to use that arm to pull our body up. Really getting a nice, tight, deep rotation through that oblique. Now see if you can use those oblique muscles to hold your body up there as you let go of that leg. Take a deep breath in. Let's do some little pulses along that diagonal. 2, 3, 4. Breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, center. Place that left foot down. Exhale, right leg up, rotating across. Inhale, bringing that left arm up. Exhale, pulling up, twisting a little deeper. Now try to hold that lift as you bring that left hand back behind the head. Big breath in. Let's pulse along that diagonal for 8. Breathing. 7, 6. Keep that left hip anchored. 4 and 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring it back to the center. Lower the foot down. Inhale. And exhale to lower head and chest down. Beautiful work here. Take a deep breath in. Now we're going to lift that left leg up again. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift and twist right towards that left leg. As you untwist your upper body, we're going to stretch that left leg straight out. Now we're going to use that left oblique to pull the leg in as we twist. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, twist. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, twist. Now notice that my elbows are not moving in relation to my head. They're not flapping. It's that upper oblique area that's doing the rotation, my whole body working together. Let's go for 3. Breathing. Inhale. You got this. 2. Inhale, stretch. And last one. Inhale, stretch. Now switching sides. Exhale. Inhale, stretching that right leg out as we twist. Scooping with that oblique. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, scoop and twist. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, scoop and twist. We have 4. Inhale, stretch. Really pull with that lower oblique as the knee comes in. You can get that little extra. 3 and 2. Last one. Inhale, center. Place that right foot down and rest your head. Gorgeous work, you guys. Go ahead and give that full body stretch out. Let your head rock from side to side. Just relax that neck. Beautiful job. Now we're going to move our arms out to a T position with our palms facing up again. We're going to bring the right leg up to tabletop. Now if your lower back is a little bit weary today, you can stop here. I lied. You can come up to a tiptoe on your left leg. We're coming into our supine twist, so a little bit of lower body rotation now. If low back feels okay, if low back's healthy, we're going to scoop our belly. We're flattening through our lower back now, so we're not in neutral. And we're going to bring that left leg up. So we're doing a twist only towards the left side of the room, which means our right hip has to initiate this movement. We're lifting the right hip up as we tilt those legs over to the side, just about 45 degrees. Both shoulders stay on the floor the whole time. And then we're scooping back to the center. Pause. And we're going to go right back over to the left side, lifting your right hip up and back to the center. Inhale to lift. And exhale to the center. So our knees and our hips are always staying stacked one over the other. And we're just tilting side to side. But the hip, the oblique, is initiating the movement. We're not dumping the legs over. We're trying to actually use that oblique muscle to lift and reach over to the side. Pause it here. If you have your left toes down on the floor, you're going to lower your right toes down now and lift your left leg up. If both legs are up, now we're going to keep them up. We're going to go over to the right side of the room. Lifting your your left hip over and back to the center. Scoop that belly. Inhale to lift that hip and back to the center. So what you're looking for is, as you're in your twist, make sure both of your knees are aligned. If one knee is further forward than the other, you know you're not reaching with that oblique. Keep both shoulders down on the floor. We're going to go for 3. Scooping your belly, flattening back through the center. 2 more here. And 1 more time. And back to the center. Hug those knees into your chest. Rocking a little bit into that low back. And then we're going to combine both sides and do the full supine twist. So we're bringing those legs back up to tabletop. You can cross your ankles if the tabletop position feels a little bit difficult for you, or you can simply just go on your tiptoes if you really would like that extra support. We're going to lift up, rotating towards that left side of the room, scooping back to the center, pause, and then going to the right side. And I always want you to pause in the center before you go over toward the other side. We're not going to use momentum. We're here to work. Scoop that belly. Now, if you want extra challenge, straighten those legs out a little bit. Lengthen and lift. And scoop and deepen that belly. Breathing in to lift and reach. And scooping towards the center. Keep it working here. Lift and reach. Scooping through the center. Lift and reach. Scooping center. We'll go 2 more for each side. Keep working here with whatever level that you've chosen, whatever feels good for you. And last one. And then we're placing those feet down. Gorgeous. Shake those legs out. You could take your feet wide, drop your knees in if that feels good. Just release the hips, release the lower back a little bit. Now we're going to come into a nice heat generating ab sequence, our double leg stretch, kind of like bicycle type exercises. We're going to do 6 reps of each on each side. If you need a rest, take it, but try to jump back in as quickly as you can because it's going to be over pretty quickly. You're going to get nice and hot and sweaty. So we're starting with both knees up towards our chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to lift your head and chest up. If you'd like, you can just bring your hands behind your head to support your neck. We're going to inhale, stretch the legs and arms out. Exhale, circling the arms, drawing those knees in. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to circle. That's already 2. We've got 4. 3 more. Now the head doesn't move. It stays lifted as high as you can. Last 2. You got this. 1 more time. We're moving on. We're going to shoot the left leg straight out, hugging the right leg in, and then switch sides. The feet are going to stay at the same height. That's 1. And this is 2. Maybe let's bring our hands behind our head. Let's let the legs move on their own for this one, supporting the neck. That's 3 and 4 and 5. 1 more each leg. Now we're going to add a twist. Twist. And 2. We're exhaling when we twist. A quick inhale as we switch the legs. That's already 4. 2 more each side. You got this. And we have 1 more variation with straight legs. Now, left leg stretches out and all the way to the floor. Right leg stretches up. We're going to lift a little higher. And we're going to kick that knee to our nose 2 times. And then switch. The arm is not pulling. It's the leg that's kicking, actually. The arm is just guiding and framing the leg. And we're using our lower belly to kind of kick that leg in a little further. That's already 3. 2 more each side. Let's put our hands behind our head for this last one. And we're gonna set up with that twist now. 6 to finish off. This is the last thing. You got this. You're doing awesome. And 4. Remember, don't flap those elbows. Use those upper obliques. Last 2. You got this. Scoop those lower abs to kick, kick. And then just release it down and relax. Gorgeous work, you guys. Let's turn to our side. And we'll do some of our side lying obliques. So let's rest all the way down onto our side, and we're going to shoot our legs all the way straight out. And then you'll want to take your legs a little bit in front of your body to create kind of a little banana shape. That's going to allow us to take our back out of the situation and to really get into the obliques. And then you can choose your top arm to go down onto the floor for support, or down your side to challenge a little bit. Now, bottom leg is going to squeeze up into the top leg. We're going to scoop our belly, and we're going to lift those legs a little higher. Drop that top shoulder down away from the ear. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift those legs up a little higher. Inhale, lower them down. Exhale and lift. Inhale, lowering halfway. Exhale, lift. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, lift. And 5. And 4. And 3. 2 more here. And one more time, we're lifting in, we're going to hold. Now the bottom leg is going to drop to the floor, the top leg will lift up. And then we're going to squeeze them back together. Both legs are moving apart and together. And apart and together. 5 more here for a total of 8. The belly scooping deeper and deeper each time. And 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Hold it here. Flex your ankles. Turn the toes and knees outwards. Feeling this change to a little bit different spot here. Now we're going to do little tiny taps. A little faster and more energetic. Click, click, click those heels. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And 5. And 4. 3. 2. And 1. Relax it. Let's flip to our other side. Setting yourself up. Resting your head all the way down. Shooting those legs all the way straight out. Scooting those legs a little bit in front of you. Arm down your side for challenge. Arm down on the floor for support. Lifting those legs up. Lifting those legs up a little higher. Lowering down and lifting up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 6 more. Inhale and exhale. Remember, scooping the belly in even more and more each time. And 4, 3, and 2. And holding it here. Bottom leg drops, top leg lifts, and squeeze. Open and squeeze. 6 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more here. Flex those ankles, rotate both knees and toes, turning outwards, and then we'll do little tiny energetic clicks. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it here. Beautiful work. Come on up. You are going to mirror me with your right leg in front, left leg around the side, If this doesn't feel great for your knee or your hip with that leg around the side, you can just shoot that leg right out straight. We're going to reach those arms straight out to the sides. Reach that right rib cage out. We're going to place the hand and the elbow down. And as you sink your left hip into the floor, we're going to reach up and over with that left arm. Take a deep breath in here. And then scooping the belly, we're going to lift up through the center. And then we're going to turn and look under that right arm. Inhale, center. Reaching back over. Anchoring that left hip. Stretching that left rib cage. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, stacking it center. And we'll turn and look under that arm. And you can even just give a little push to your knee or pull from your knee, depending on how you're sitting. Back to the center. We'll do that one more time, reaching the ribs over, anchoring that hip down. Inhale. Exhale, stacking center. Rotate to look under that arm. And back to the center. Now, can you switch your legs without putting your hands down on the floor? This is a little part of a mobility challenge that I might share with you guys a little bit later, a little hip mobility stuff, and we'll go over to the other side. So again, if that leg does not feel great being bent to the side, you can always extend that leg out straight. We're gonna reach that left arm out, elbow down. I realize this is my right arm, but I'm mirroring you guys. You're reaching up and over, anchoring that hip down to the floor, scooping the belly in. Exhale, stacking center, looking under that left arm, little rotation. Stacking center. And again, we'll reach it out, elbow down. Inhale. Exhale, stacking it up. Reaching around, rotate, looking under that arm. Exhale, center. Inhale one more time. Exhale, stacking center. Inhale, reaching under that arm. And back to the center. And then just releasing those arms down by your sides, coming into a comfortable sitting position, whether that's crossing the legs, whether that's legs straight out in front of you, or maybe tucking your knees underneath you. And we're just going to roll those shoulders back. Place your fingertips down on the floor right next to your seat. We'll tilt the head over to the right side. And then at the same time, we're going to drop that left shoulder and fingertips down into the floor. Maybe you can put more of your hand or your palm into the floor. Breathing into that space in the neck, take an inhale. And as we exhale, let's slowly look towards our shoulder. Another inhale. Exhale, tucking the chin to the center of our chest. And inhale, looking straight forwards. And then we'll do this all to the other side. So gently tilting the head over to the left shoulder. Taking an inhale here, breathing into that side of the neck and sinking the palm down into the floor, that right palm. As we exhale, rotating slowly to look towards that shoulder. Pausing to take another inhale. Exhale, rotating the chin down to the center of the chest and looking straight forwards. And then we're just going to turn our palms so our fingers face behind us, rolling the shoulders back once more and just pressing lightly into our fingertips to lengthen the spine, to open through the chest, taking a deep breath in here. And then just keep your belly pulling in. Keep that spine really nice and long, but take those fingertips away from the floor, using those trunk muscles to keep yourself really nice and tall. Those sit bones anchoring into the floor. And we'll just take a nice deep breath in here, raising those arms up. Bringing those palms together overhead, drawing them down to heart center. Giving yourself a bow of thanks. And some high fives and virtual high fives. Thanks for joining me today, y'all. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys hopefully on Monday. Thank you.